and welcome to the Square's one and only radio station. I'm your host. Today is Tuesday, September 24th, 2019, and we are in Fresno, California, with a high of 93 and a low of 64. There will be no rain today. Since we are in Fresno, this seems like the perfect time to do the twins' request to talk about the Fresno Night-crawlers. Let's get to the show. These night-crawlers are white creatures with a pair of long legs, but no torso, so they end up looking like a pair of walking pants. They are said to travel in pairs. The first sighting was recorded in 2007 here in Fresno. A pair was caught on a man's security camera as they walked across his yard. Since then, there have been the occasional claim of these creatures being spotted anywhere from California all the way to Poland. As for what these things are, they're a hoax. I do apologize to the twins, but humans love to tell stories, and some of those stories aren't true. I'll make sure to pick one of your requests about a real creature next time, though. For now, let's get to Paradise Lost. The sun rose in the east, bathing the garden in morning light, when Adam awoke to the gentle sounds of leaves in the wind and babbling brooks. Brilliant colors filled the sky as the birds began the dawn chorus. To Adam's surprise, he found that Eve was still asleep. Her hair was tangled and her expression was tight. Adam was worried she hadn't slept well. He leaned down and whispered into his ear, "Awake, my fairest, my wife, heaven's last best gift, my ever-new delight. Awake. The morning sun shines and the fields call for us. Come on, or you will miss the sight of the sunrise over the flowers." Eve awoke, and as soon as she saw Adam, she embraced him, holding him close as she spoke. "My love, my peace, I'm so happy to see your face. I had a strange and unsettling dream. A voice was whispering in my ear, telling me to walk through the garden. I thought it was you at first. It spoke. Why are you asleep? The night is so pleasant, cool, and quiet. You can hear the call of the nightingale, the sweet notes of its lovely song while the full moon illuminates the garden, and there is no one to appreciate its beauty. I got up to follow its call, but I couldn't find you. I walked toward where the voice was coming from, and I found myself in front of the tree of knowledge. It looked so much prettier at night, and next to it stood an angel gazing upon the tree. He spoke. Oh, fair plant, no one is willing to eat your fruit, though it tastes so sweet. Both God and man refuse your gifts. Is knowledge that despised? Or maybe it is forbidden out of envy or for some other reason. It doesn't matter who forbids it. I'll eat this fruit. After all, why else would this tree be here if not to be eaten? To my horror, he plucked a fruit and bit into it. Oh, so divine, so sweet. I see now, you are meant for gods, but you can also make men into gods. And why shouldn't they be so? Here, fair angelic Eve, have a bite. You may be happy now, but you will be even happier after you taste this. You will become a goddess, no longer bound to earth. You will be able to ascend to heaven all on your own. He approached me and held the fruit up to my lips. It smelled so good, and I found I was so hungry I couldn't help but take a bite. Then we flew up into the clouds. I could see all of the earth beneath me, but then the angel disappeared, and I sank back to the ground. I'm so relieved that it was just a dream. My dearest, that is a distressing dream, but you need not worry, as it was, as you said, just a dream. Dreams take things from reality and mash them together with fiction, twisting ideas together. Did you notice the resemblance between your dreams and the conversation we had last night? My dear, dreams are just imaginings, and there is no blame for having a thought that you would never act upon. So don't be disheartened. Let us enjoy this beautiful morning. Eve felt some relief upon hearing this and wiped her tears away with her hair. They left their shady bower to see the sun had fully risen. They bowed and praised their Maker. They had no need to ask for forgiveness, for they had no sin, and they had no need to ask for anything else, for everything was provided for them. Adam and Eve started their work on caring for the garden. While in heaven, the king called Raphael to him. Raphael, you have heard that Satan has escaped heaven and is disturbing the humans in paradise. He seeks to lead them to ruin. Go to Adam and Eve at noon while they rest and have a friendly conversation, warning them of the deceitful enemy that has entered the garden. Raphael quickly flew to the garden. While Eve was gathering fruits for lunch, Adam spotted the angel approaching. Eve, look to the east among the trees. It looks like a guest from heaven. Maybe they're here to see us. Please go prepare a meal while I greet this guest. Eve left to prepare lunch while Autumn spoke to the guest. He bowed to the angel. Native to heaven, you honor us with your presence. Please join us for lunch inside our bower, away from this heat. Adam, I would love to join you. Lead the way. When they went to the bower, Eve greeted the two of them, and Raphael greeted her back. Hello, Eve. May you be blessed. They sat at the table made of dirt and grass, at seats made of moss, to enjoy the fruits Eve had prepared. Adam gestured to the table. Please taste these bounties which our nourisher has blessed us with. After they had partially eaten their meal, Adam realized that this was his chance to ask some questions. These earthly fruits aren't your usual food. What are feasts in heaven like? I believe that eventually you two will become spirits and ascend to heaven, as long as you don't break the rule. So enjoy your life here for the moment. I understand, but I would like to hear about heaven. Very well. Let me tell you a story. One day, God gathered all the angels together before the flaming mount with his son by his side, where he said, Angels, progeny of light, thrones, dominations, princedoms, virtues, powers, hear my decree. This day I have begot whom I declare my only son, and on this holy hill I anoint him as my right hand. All of heaven will bow to him and address him as Lord. Any who disobey him, disobey me. Everyone celebrated this announcement. Well, not everyone, but there was singing and dancing well into the evening when dinner was served. It was a true buffet of angelic foods. Nectars the colors of pearls, diamonds, and gold, fruits from vines that grew in heaven. They ate, drank, and rejoiced. When twilight came, the angels dispersed to rest, and all but one rested well. Satan, as we call him now, for his former name will never be heard in heaven again. He was one of the first archangels, and he had a lot of power in favor. Yet he was fraught with envy against the Son of God. He felt he had been demoted. He was filled with malice and resolved to rebel. It was midnight when he woke up his subordinate to speak to him. How are you sleeping after that decree? New laws have been placed over us. We must discuss this. But not here. It's not safe. Go gather the troops and prepare them to meet our new Messiah. He gathered his subordinates for their rebellion under the guise of planning to accept their new Lord. But God saw this no matter how sneaky Satan thought he was being. So he and his son discussed what to do. Well, Satan spoke to his gathered army. Thrones, dominations, princedoms, virtues, powers, if these titles still mean anything, since another has just been put above us without any warning. I called you all here to discuss how we shall receive him, how we are to endure the doubling of our tribute. What if, instead, we cast off this yoke? I ask, will you continue to bend your necks and kneel? No, if I know you, or if you know yourselves, you know that we are all equal in our freedom, but the appointment of a second king threatens that freedom. Why do we even need another lord? He had swayed the gathered angels, but one seraph named Abdiel was the only one who stood to oppose them. This argument is blasphemous, false, and selfish. I never expected to hear such words in heaven, especially from you. You ingrate. You place yourself so high above your peers. You are condemning the just decree of God, the one who made you. What gives you the right to go against him? You say he made us? You remember the maker giving you being. Of course you don't. We don't know of a time when we were not as we are now. Our birth was an inevitable part of the universe. Our power is our own, and we will prove it. Murmurs and applause rippled through the audience. The seraph, realizing he was surrounded by foes, still boldly shot back. Oh, you accursed spirit, you have forsaken all good. You will fall, and you will drag all these angels down with you. I will play no role in this idiotic plan. Abdiel flew off, leaving the rebellion to its doom, and leaving us a good spot to end this story for today. Satan sure likes to lie to everyone, especially himself. We will be taking a short break from Paradise Lost and instead hear about a different story next broadcast. Don't worry though, we will return to Paradise Lost in the broadcast after that. Until then, you'll hear from me again yesterday, today, tomorrow, and the rest of your lives. Goodbye!